All right. So if you are given an inventory data set, so look at the reasoning pattern now. Just try and understand the way I'm reasoning now. If you are given an inventory data set, right? So an inventory data set is a data set that was collected in the process of making sales. So it's of two types. We have inventory for sales and inventory to purchase. Now, I'm talking about inventory for sales. Now, if you are given that kind of data set, do you know what the manager, the owner of the company wants from you? Very simple. Now, this is what you do. You take yourself out. You switch within your mind. You switch. You position yourself as the owner of the data. Then you look to that data. So in this case now, you are like, if I am the owner of this data, what and what will I like a data analyst to bring out that will help me to invest my money? So until you put yourself in their shoe, it will be difficult for you to understand their reasoning pattern. It will be difficult for you to come up with analysis that they will appreciate. That is why I said the other time that if someone who has not been opportune to manage anything, even himself or herself successfully for anything, happen to be somebody that is training you on this field, is going to end up telling you probably what he read from notes or from books. But somebody who has once managed a company that understands how decisions are made through data, when he's communicating, you understand. He will take you through that journey. He will take you to the realm of being the owner and then bring you back as a data analyst. Like I said, you first of all be in their shoe. The moment you want to draft your analysis question, don't assume yourself to be a data analyst. First of all, assume yourself to be the owner of that data, the owner of that company. Then you begin to look at the data. If I'm the owner of the data, what and what will I like a data analyst to bring out of it? Then from there, you now begin to see, oh, I would like to know the total profit generated per what item type. I would like to know if the company have branches and all the data are in one place. I would like to know the total profit per branch or per country or per state. You see the way I'm reasoning now, because I am putting myself in the shoe of the owner of the data. Then once you have been able to see like the stakeholder, then, and that will have helped you to draft your questions, then you can now come back to the position of what? A data analyst. I'm coming, I will attend to the person raising up hand. Then you now come back to the position of what? Being a data analyst, and begin to think of analytical system functions. If it's Excel you want to use, you will now start thinking, okay, if I'm using Excel, based on this question, which of the Excel tool, which of the Excel statistical function will I use to be able to what? To derive this insight that the question is asking, to derive that insight that that question is asking. That is how, then, that is stage 2. Then the next stage is that after you have deployed your technical skill using the analytical functions across these tools, then that report, you will now sit down with your maybe PowerPoint or Microsoft Word and then write what we call executive reports, a summarized report, a report that summarizes what those your analytical model are saying, because that stakeholder has no business in seeing your Excel interface, except you are presenting a dashboard. You are using a dashboard to report. And that is one of the beauty of this program. After learning this program, if you don't know how to create interactive dashboards, sometimes, because when you are working with some company, dashboards is good, but at the same time, is real-time communication, real-time interpretation. Because as you are regulating the dashboard, it's bringing different information, as it's bringing different information, you are communicating them real-time. Not the one that maybe you must have sat in your comfort room and then observe things yourself, and then you have noted everything. So you are just coming to just read it for them. But if you are presenting with a live dashboard, your communication skill must be top notch, because they will be seeing it, but you must take them on the journey. So as the metrics are changing, you are communicating, okay, I filter by this. This is the amount that came from this country. This is this. You are saying it as your dashboard is what? Changing. Okay, let me give room to the person that have questions. Please ask your question. Ask your question, please. Or was it a mistake? Okay, let me argue that it was a mistake. So let me recap the step again before I move to the next stage now. When you are given data as a data analyst, the first thing, or let me put it this way. Once you are employed as a data analyst, the first thing is to ask for data. Please, can I have access to the company data? Politely. Okay, they will say, our data is in our website. Too. Okay, please, can I have access to the database? And then they give you the login detail. When you get there, do you know where to find the data? That is why SQL is important. Then when you get there, do you know how to export it out so that you can use any of your desired tool to analyze it? That is your responsibility. Or probably they have their data in cloud, maybe Azure or Google Cloud. And they give you the login detail. Okay, get the data from there. Do you know how to go there and download it to your local machine? These are the skills required, which are usually called data wrangling or data monging in data analytics. So you can go by an interview, they can ask you, do you know what is called data wrangling? What they are just using advanced terms. Probably they want to screen people away. So what it means is that, well, because when they use the word data wrangling, it does not mean only one thing. It covers everything that has to do with data collection from different gateways and the cleaning. Collect data, study the data. If there are errors, do away with the errors, draft your analysis question, then deploy your tools. So you cannot see where Excel, you cannot see where Python, you cannot see where Power BI is coming. That's why when I started, for those that joined late, I said the knowledge of Excel does not make you a data analyst. The knowledge of Power BI does not make you a data analyst. The knowledge of Python does not make you a data analyst. The knowledge of SQL, they are just tools. They are just analytical tools, AI tools. So if your questions are weak, you cannot deploy the best tool and then get the best insight. So that's why I told us from the beginning, you must learn the sequence. You shouldn't start drafting your analysis questions when you have not understood your data. You have not studied your data. You are not drafting. What are you drafting? Do you even know what the data is all about? Then, after drafting your question, then you will not answer the question. Answering those questions is not by using, hey, you come here. No, it's you. Then you now go to your brain, your memory, and start deploying the functions you know in Excel. For answering, if it is the statistical function analysis, you now begin to ask yourself, do you have knowledge of pivot table? Do you have knowledge of Excel conditional functions? Do you have knowledge of lookup functions? These are analytical words, functions embedded in Excel. Do you have knowledge of VBA, that is Visual Basic Application, in case you want to automate some tasks? So you cannot see that now you are not asking for your technical skill. But before it got to the technical skill, you see where we started from. We got the data, we studied the data, we remove errors, and then even that error remover, we still require deploying some data cleaning functions within that application you are using. Then, once you have been able to draw your insight with the functions, then you must interpret. That is the last stage. You must interpret. If you don't know how to interpret everything you have gotten from the data, zero. So don't bother to register for the program if you know that you are not ready to develop. But one good thing about this training is that as I'm training, or you can see the way I am breaking down things, what I'm trying to encourage someone to know the reasoning pattern, to know, okay, even if you don't have it before now, even though you have not managed any company, like I said, okay, you can learn from me. You can learn the idea that I'm teaching out. At the end of the day, it will shorten your experience time. Okay? So everything that I've explained, I've given us a background to understand the approach in this field so that you don't get employed tomorrow. They give you data, the next thing now you're analyzing. You have not taken time. All right? So I believe that is settled. Any question before we go into the next topic? Any question? Any question? Any question? Particularly those that join late. Do you have any question? Any question? Any question? Okay. You can use the message handle. Let me see. You can drop your message. Okay. Thank you for that person that reply on my behalf. Okay. We are actually having issue. I believe it's a network issue. So sorry about that. But the good thing about this training is that even if you cannot make it to any of those live sessions, the videos will be made available, not just in one place. The masterclass video will be made available via our Google Cloud in a way that you can download it to your device. And then it will also be made available via our YouTube page. So nothing goes bad if you are not able to join live session. You can still go ahead and then. All right, so let me assume that we are all good. Now, let's proceed. Let's proceed. So for those that join late, just in case you want to know about the person instructing us, so you can just glance through. Gone past that stage, so I need to move away from here. Okay, so most of the things that I have explained is what I'm going to walk us through. If there's any question you ask, so you can see what I was talking about. Unlocking the power of data, building skills for future work, understand, analyze, transform, impact. All right. So, so of course, what is data analytics? What is data analytics? All right. So with the background that I've given us so far, now you'll be able to walk the speech that I'm going to go now. I'll take it slowly now because I'm doing that to give us that background. So that by the time we come to the slide fully, we need to understand what must have explained. So data analytics is the process of collecting, see everything I was telling you since, cleaning, transforming, analyzing, and interpreting data to discover useful information and support better decision making. Everything is enveloped in what I've explained. And then I've tried to give us a kind of a schema here, a kind of a diagrammatical word of what those processes that I was breaking down for us. Data, you get data, analyze, insight, decision,
and the what? Action. And that is why I was particularly telling us the other time that if after your entire analysis, the company are not able to take action, they are not able to change their operation, they are not able to change their strategies, then you have not analyzed. You have not analyzed. So we need to understand. That is why I have to come up with this diagram for us to understand it easily. Now, data analytics cycle is part of what I was trying to break down for us. You collect, you clean, you transform, analyze, you visualize, you communicate, then decision. These are some of the things a lot of people miss. So all you see them focusing on is that, I'm very good at Excel. No, Excel is just an actualization tool, a tool you use, a tool you send a message. But the concept you have here is what is driving the entire system. So let's look at some of the for better decision making, why data analytics. So you will now begin to know why every company today need at least one data analyst. For those of us that are in Nigeria, Dangote has its own data analytics team. That is why you see them, they don't invest anyhow. Even the so-called politicians, during their time of election, they have people that analyzes location based on the past performance of elections. People that can predict the outcome, the possible outcome. And that is the same thing with us. You see, you should always learn that in this field, if you are coming into this domain, critical thinking is your major ingredient. Critical thinking. Sometimes we will analyze and student will say, I'm having headache. I'm having headache. It is normal. So, all right. So, like I was saying, sorry about that. So I was still trying to give us some information about this. So better decision making. So this particular field, like I started by saying, is about making informed decisions. So whatever analysis you are performing, the company are waiting for you to tell them what decision they should take. So don't submit any reports that cannot help them to make informed decision that will change their trajectory. So making decision based on facts, not assumption. Not assumption. Some country invest so much. They invest so much in collecting data. The other day I was going through a US budget for collecting data. It's even more than Nigeria entire budget. That's why you see all these countries, they have accurate statistics. of things happening. So when they want to, that's why you can't see them wasting their resources. Because this is one of the reasons why company need us. They don't want to waste resources. So that money that they have, they want to make sure that they use it effectively. They put it in the right place. They put it in places where things are happening. Why they are taking time to develop where things are not happening. Why they are facing those places. They now understand where to channel their money. Company who make data-driven decision or who analyzes their data almost every week or after some time, they will change strategies. Why? Because the data will keep informing them. The data will expose the customer behavior, whether it is positive or it is negative. So the moment they find out that it is negative, they change the method. For company that does not analyze data, they will keep using one model. Whether it's working, they don't even know because nothing is informing them. And then the worst thing can happen that will happen to them is that to just crash. So that is why company need you and I, need you and myself, because they can't make decisions without us. They can't. So we are counselors, we are advisors. That is why you should not venture into this field casually. That would be one of the mistakes you make. Because when you enter without understanding all this I'm saying, you see that by the time you come for interview now, and they see that you are not talking like a data analyst, you are talking like somebody who is very cold, they will just assume that no. So it increased. One of the importance of this field is that what it increased performance. That's what I was just breaking down. Because why will it increase performance? Because the moment you get to know that this is not working, you change the method, and then as you do that, you are increasing the performance. It improves results. We are sometimes the reason why companies lay off their staffs every year, as in at the end of the year. It is normal. Don't feel bad. You know why? Because toward the end of every year, every company will call their data analysts. In fact, they will start analyzing from November or October, then present yearly reports. How did we perform by quarter? And then by the time the data analyst must have suggested the reason why this particular department did not do well, one or two staff will now be affected, and then they will lay them off. They will not bring it. And those staff now will not even know that the person that actually set the fire is us, not even the manager, or not the CEO, because the person is acting based on a recommendation. That is why I told us that time that when you analyze your data, there are two possible reports you are going to give. One is constant, the other one varies, depend. The constant one is what? Observation. You must present insight. No matter how small data is, there must be insight. Then the recommendation can only come where one of them is not doing well. So if I have 20 products, and all of them are doing almost the same way, you won't have any recommendation because they are all doing well. That's why I said recommendation is not constant. Now, understand customers. So data analytics will help you to understand your customer. Why I am giving all this now? Because sometimes there are some of us that will have to go and get the job, not waiting for the job to come to you. You dress up. You know yourself. You dress up. Put your document together. Carry your fine laptop. Walk into that company. Then you want to see the manager. Then speak to them. Speak to them about what the importance of them having what their data analyzed. Mention some of these advantages. Some of them don't know. Nobody have told them. That's why they are operating like that. Before you see now, but I can do that for you based on part-time, or I can come in. I'll just do a test run for them. Free. This is the one strategy that worked for me when I was still working for people. I don't wait for the job to come. I go for the job. I know what I have. I walk into the company and then I tell them what I have. There's no way except they have someone that is already doing it. That is where I got to know that majority of this company you see out there, they are looking for the right professional but the right professional are nowhere to be found. So why don't you just dress up and walk up to them? Tell them, okay, you want to work for them. If you have source of income, another source of income that you can manage, tell them that I just want to do it for you for 1 month and see how it's going to work out. By the time you prove to them that it is possible, they will end up employing you instead of you waiting for vacancy here and there. You can actually walk up to them. Identify trend. That is another key thing. You see, anytime you are analyzing your data, there are 3 things you are hunting for. If at the end of the analysis, you cannot identify these 3 things, then you can identify 2. If you cannot identify 1, at least one of them. Trend, patterns, outliers. So you should know how to identify what? Trend, patterns, and what? Outlier. In a very simple way. What is trend? Today now we are saying that data analytics is one of the most trending test key to acquire. What makes it to be trend? Because this is what people are consuming most. This is what is reoccurring. So if you are given the sales data, do you know the product that is trending? Which means the product customers are buying more. By the time you do your counting analysis per day, you find out that one product is always topping. Then you identify, oh, this product is what trending. When the company get to know about it, you see them the next time they want to invest their money, they know that, oh, this product. And then that one that is not even trending, that is not working now, then you will have also suggested something for them to do. That probably they should do more marketing, or they should involve what? Digital marketer to do the rest, because this job connect to digital marketing somehow. Because you should recommend that they should market their product, because their product visibility need to be improved. That could be the reason why people are not buying it. Cost reduction, identify ways, like I have already mentioned that. So risk management, predict risk, and make what? Preventive decisions. Then competitive advantage, use data to what? To outperform your competitors. And this is why some companies are doing better than some. Some don't have data analysts that analyzes what is happening in the market. So they keep doing the same thing the same way. So let's look at some real-world application of what? Data analytics. Banking and finance. These are places that are looking for you. For those of you that have the gifting of service, my gifting is in training. And that is where I do well. Those of you that want to go and work, you consider in one place and be doing that. These are places where your services are required. Healthcare, in fact, seriously now, healthcare, hospital, they are looking for data analysts so bad. Because there are a lot of things this field is relieving them from. Retail, all these sales analysis, customer behavior, inventory management, education, student performance, attendance analysis, enrollment trend, government, population analysis, budget, planning, public service, marketing, campaign, performance, customer segmentation, all of these data analytics job opportunity out there for you. Then we have data analysts, and we look at their various focus, analyzes data and produce what? Insights and reports. That is what I've been saying since. Business intelligence analysts help organizations understand business performance. Reporting analysts create regular reports and what? Dashboards. Marketing data analyst analyzes marketing campaigns and customer behaviors. Financial data analyst works with financial and business data. Operation analyst. So there are a lot of positions for you. Now look at the advanced career. You can become, you see, that's what I told us the other time, that if at all I advertise for data science, the first criteria I will use to admit you is what? I will ask you, are you done with data analysis? Because if you are not done with that, you just end up, except if the training package is constructed in a way that We will start with the analysis and then finally what? Step into the data science. So you can advance, but make sure you are good at the first phase of it before you move into data engineer, machine learning engineer, analyst, analytics what? Consultant. Skill required to become, I think there's a little, to become professional in data analytics. Technical skill, you see everything that I've explained before, technical skill. Under technical skill, that's where you have all those tools. That I was telling you the other time, that you just having the knowledge of those tools does not make you a data analyst, but it is part of it. Advanced skill, Python, Pandas, and the rest of them. Then soft skill, critical thinking, problem solving, communication, business understanding, attention to detail, the storytelling with data. What am I telling since? Story. You see this story, if you don't have it, it's a serious problem. If you cannot tell the story of your data, this is what you're going to sit the stakeholder down on to begin to break things down for them. That is story. And everything you are saying is not as if you are saying your village story. The story you deduce from the data set. You must use data analytics tools level. You can see the way I broke it down for you to understand, so that you know where we are going to start from. So I think the first way, the way I want to break this training down is that, so that it will not be too long for us, we will take the tools one after the other, so that at least the fee will be small for everybody to be able to afford. Or just make it small money that does not even worth you attending one of my even seminar, so that at least just use it to know. So we'll start with level 1. You see, your level 1, which is beginner's tools, you are supposed to have knowledge of Microsoft Excel. And you should be able to use that Microsoft Excel to perform what? Data cleaning, formula, pivot table, chart, dashboard, Power Query, VBA. But the VBA is optional, because VBA is like a programming language that exists at the back of Excel. And it is this language that was used to create all those functions. So when you learn VBA, VBA is only good for automated tasks that you're supposed to repeat often and often. You say, let me go to VBA and write a code. Once a criteria is met, you should call up this. Then level 2. So we'll start with level 1. We'll be taking them one after the other. At level 2, that one cannot take us more than a week, and plus we enter what? Level 2. Level 2, database and query tools. That's where we talk about what? SQL, using any of this framework, the MySQL server, or PostgreSQL, or Oracle, or Workbench, and the rest of them. Then level 3, business intelligence. That's Power BI. If you learn this field and you don't have the knowledge of SQL and Power BI, you, particularly those of us that want to work remotely, you must know Power BI. Even if it's only Power BI that you know, with the knowledge of what the field entails, you'll be able to fly. Then Python. I know this is where most time students get kind of stress up, because Python is a programming language. So, but the way we train it here is that we'll take you through the language first. You understand basic knowledge of Python, at least to functions. Then, before we now redirect you to applying it in data analytics. Now, data analytics tool, what? Map. So data entry, Excel. Data cleaning, you can use any of these two. Query, SQL. Data analysis, just try to give you a map on how all these tools can be used to perform those various tasks. Then sales data example. So this is just the communication, some questions you ask yourself. What is business? These are business questions. What is total sales? These are questions that you might be asked or probably drafts from the data you are given, right? So data analytic tool map, we have already talked about this. Then finally, before I'll allow us to ask questions, and then if there is any other information I can give to us, is that data is everywhere. So the ability to understand, analyze, and communicate data is becoming one of the most valuable skills in the modern workspace. All right. So I don't think if I have anybody joining here that is living around Asaba. If you check my status, so I'm going to be holding 3-day physical, and it's going to be online also. So maybe I will share the link with us to join online to be streamed live, that via Facebook or via Facebook or YouTube, right? So I will make the link available. So it's a summit where we are going to bring different experts together to share experience and also to mentor and to also train us across different programs. Okay, so I want to leave the line for question. If you have any question, you can ask. Do we have any question, please? Anything you want to find out? Anything you want to find out? While I'm waiting for questions, you have any comments? You have any comments on the training so far? If you have learned something, do let us know. Like I said, every other information will be channeled via that group. You make sure that you stay in that group. Don't leave the group. We have, I'm here to conclude. We're here to conclude because I wanted to wait for the turnout. I think the turnout based on the person, I believe some of them, their job could not make them to make it because of the time adjustments. I know it will cause some persons to change their plans. So okay, somebody is asking, sister, you talk about 2 things to take note of when writing report: observation and the recommendation. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you also for joining. Okay, so I will announce, but I will announce the detail how the training will continue via the group. So those that are interested to continue, because this is the only free session. Like I said, this is part of the training. So if peradventure, thank you. So if peradventure we have those of you, the only thing that may make me to go back again is if I have majority of people that will register to be people that did not join this. So that might be the only way I'm going to go back. But certainly, I can tell you that, in fact, one thing I will tell you is that if after you pay any money that we ask you to pay to join the master class, if you don't get value, please feel free to write me. I will give you your money back. If you don't get value, pray about it. So, but we just want to make it. I will throw it open to you guys to suggest how much you feel that the level 1, because we are going to start with the level 1, data analytics with Excel. When we are done with that one, those that want to subscribe to the next level, maybe Power BI or SQL, like I said, it's not compulsory that you learn all the tools, but you should know 1 or 2 of them, because the advantage of learning all of them is that if a company engage you tomorrow, you will see them saying based on who is their supervisor. Definitely supervisor will not want somebody to use an application sometime he or she does not know. if the chief analyst, maybe you are coming in as a subordinate analyst. So the chief analyst might be using Power BI and you are coming in with your Excel knowledge. He may not allow you to use that Excel because it does not, if you doesn't know the other one you are bringing in, you find it difficult to interpret or probably to defend your work. So that's the advantage, because some company will say specifically that we need a data analyst with what is versed in SQL. That is why we encourage you, but take them one after the other. Take them one after the other. That is the reason why we don't want to just give total package. But the last time we did did not speak well, because some persons, it was too long for them. So what I want to do this time around is that let me take it bit by bit. So those people that like going far, I believe when they finish that one, then we will not see the tenacity for them to subscribe. Then those that does not want to go far, they can just graduate. We issue certificates and we are licensed. So at the end of our training, we certify you and we also mentor you. Part of the things that I'm trying to put in place now is to go outside there and look for jobs for my students that are good. So that plan is also ongoing, trying to reach out with some companies that will be ready to absorb our students. We can recommend based on what we must have given to them. So we have a channel. I will drop the channel link in that group. We have a channel. So I would advise you follow that channel, because via that channel, I'll be giving those job opportunity updates. So it will only be the ones that I have verified that I'll put it so that people don't get a scam. Okay, so did anybody have anything to say? Like I said, I will pass the message. The amount is going to be the days we are going to have the lectures. We'll see conduct a pool in that class. It's not what we can deliberate here. But one thing I want you to do for me, for everybody that have attended this class, please do something for me. If you are in that group, if you are in that group, I want you, I don't know how I'm going to do it. What you do is that just, if you can identify my number as admin there, just private chat me. One, send your name and your phone number. Send your name and phone number, your name and phone number, your name. I think I have 17 persons that have joined. I am going to give these people unbelievable discounts. Please do that by tomorrow morning. I will not accept it again. I have 17 persons here, so I don't want to see more than that. So I want to make sure that those of you that join, you should be able, I want to give you an amount that you should be able, even if you are having financial challenges, you should be able. And whatever amount that I'm putting there that is more than the amount I'm going to give you, just forget about it. It's not for you. All right. So when you are paying, you pay with the amount that I am going to reply you with. All right. Okay. So because I like appreciating people taking your time for almost 2 hours to be here, it's quite encouraging. All right. Thank you very much for those that are dropping those beautiful comments. Thank you very much, sir. I got a lot. Thank you. Thank you. So there's no way, don't let anybody deceive you. There's no way you can have the first class and then be able to do practical. I don't want to do all those things. I don't want to show all those things. Let me give you the foundation. The first class in this field is story, is all these things, because this is what gives you the background. You see that this background I've given you now, by the time you are able to join that session, I can assure you, you are not going to stress me. You are not going to, because you have already know the pattern. All right. So I know some of us probably were expecting that we will do some practical. I don't want to do practical that I will not take properly. Anything that I don't know, I don't venture into it. Any program that I have not graduated today, I have not confirmed, don't go into it. All right. So this is what I have for us. All right. So, but once you subscribe into that master class, you will see practical. Then please, everybody here, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube page, it's very important. peradventure you are not able to make it to even pay for the master classes. At times, you may come across some video there. The only thing is that you have issue having them being in a proper order. So please help us to share the YouTube page. I think I've dropped it in the, just go to YouTube and search for Digitech Zeal Hub. Just go there and search for it. Please, when you find it, just like and share. Please tell people that is the greatest thing you can do for us, because that is the only way you can help us. Okay, so thank you very much, those that are dropping their message. I appreciate, sir. I have a good step for this lesson. Good. That is actually the objective. Thank God that that objective was met, because my objective is just to make sure that we understand what this program is. So I don't want anybody to enroll into it wrongly, whether here or outside. Make sure that if it's not what you want to learn, don't go into it. On this platform, I have cybersecurity classes going on. I have a KISS coding class going on for this holiday. I have Python class going on. I have data analytics class, but those ones are almost graduating. So we're planning on starting a new session. And that is the purpose of this session. So it will be announced via that group. I want to leave us here. Thank you so much. You will hear from me probably tomorrow. The days we will consult you, and then we get, because I want to make sure that we all have the opportunity to learn. All right, so thank you very much, everybody that have dropped these nice messages. We appreciate you. And for those that were not able to join because of their work, the video will be uploaded latest tomorrow morning in that WhatsApp group before 10 a.m. or thereabout. The video will be available there. Don't worry, those that could not join. When you get that video, please help us to share it with your friends, share with people, connect people to this platform. Yes, please. Okay, body. Sorry, I think that was the person that yes, this is this is the Zoom. Okay, I understand. All right, good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We love you so much. See you probably in the master session.
Thank you very much, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. But sorry, I was on journey all through. I just came in and in fact, I just get opportunity to log in. I was on road trying to log in, but I couldn't.
Wow. Well, the video will
Yes.
be available, sir. The video will be available in that group tomorrow.
Thank you so much, sir.
Video will be there. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Amen. And God bless you too, buddy.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. So bye.
Yeah, please, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.